Hey, good morning, everyone. It's a Wednesday morning. It's November 1st, first of the month. So cash your checks and come on. We are coming at you live. I'm here every Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys the news, bringing you guys the charts, what's going on in the marketplace, and make sure you guys have the knowledge. Because knowledge is profit. That's the way it is. So today's show, guys, brought to you by. Oh, nope. Can't do it that way. Got to do it that way. Today's show is brought to you guys by this charts pumping and this the $18 Big Mac. There you go. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen this, $18 Big Mac combo was actually in the news, and it's insane. So if shout out to you if you were out there affording McDonald's. I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a time that McDonald's was the cheap food, and if you wanted to get cheap food and you had to feed your kids cheap, you ate McDonald's, and people said that's why there was so much overweight and obesity in lower income areas because they had to eat cheap food like McDonald's, and it was not healthy for you. Well, now evidently McDonald's, like a two-store restaurant at least. So there you go. Let's get into the news today. Talk about what we're going to be seeing. Today is FOMC day. We are going to have FOMC coming in. Got some people starting to roll in now. Red Elephant in here said, RB Gay, Eric Wallace said, good morning. Ben Redden, LMAO, $18. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I know, right? Good morning, everyone. Back at work I go, but I'll be listening. Munchies, we appreciate you being here. Angia S, of course, the lovely lady with her blue wrench here holding it down for me. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. This is economic data that we got today. Well, let's go ahead and just jump over onto the news charts. There we go. 30-year fixed mortgage rate came in. Hey, look, we're down a little bit. Came down a little bit, folks. 7.86%. That means that you still can't afford a home. ADP employment change came in 113. You can see it was a huge spread here. So not really relevant. What do we care about today? Well, we care about these JOLTS job openings coming in. That's going to be coming in, man, like 27 minutes. And then we've got the federal interest rate decision coming in this afternoon. And I know it says 12 here. That's my time. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we're going to see a lot of volatility in the charts between now and then. And then definitely think we're going to see volatility during this press conference right here with Jerome Powell. That's going to be at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So let's go and take a look at what we got for the CME today. Give it a refresh. And let's see how this is looking here. 99.2% chance today of a pause. And I think that is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have a rate pause today. It's going to stay just the way it is. But I've got an article talking about this, and I'm going to go over in a second. And I think that we're going to see some very hawkish words coming out of Jerome Powell's mouth today. That is very likely going to just suck the liquidity back down out of this market and scare investors. So I'll show you why, and I'll show you that article in a second. Let's go ahead and take a look here. $905,000 liquidation. Hey, at least it's not 3.2 million or some kind of stuff like that we've seen recently. 49,000 traders were liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $95.4 million. And that largest single liquidation is $905,000. It was on ETH USDT swap on OKX. So there you go. Yeah, let's go check out this article. McDonald's revenue soars as it hikes menu prices, $18 Big Mac. This is the problem with inflation. You get people, first off, they greedonomics, okay? They come in and they just try to pump prices up because they just want to grab everything that they can. That's one. Obviously, greedy corporations, they exist. Second problem is you've got um, you've got companies that they raise their prices to cover inflation. Maybe not $18, obviously. However, they raise their prices to cover the price of inflation because their goods are more expensive. And so what do they turn around and do? Well, the rates start to come down. Inflation starts to come back in line, but they're never going to bring their prices down. That's the opposite direction of what happens. So their prices are going to stay the same. I'm sure that this particular McDonald's, because this one was in Connecticut, if I remember right, McDonald's on Monday, 14% last year. Golden Arches brought in a total of $6.69 billion in revenue for the 3-year 3-month period. Yeah, there it is. Darien, one branch in Darien, Connecticut, charged as much as $18, which includes medium fries and a medium soft drink. So, good old Golden Arches there. Um, but another issue that comes along with this is that you've got places like California. They're seeing prices go up quickly in California at fast food restaurants because of the $20 minimum wage requirement that Gary Newsom did out there. Now that's all fine and dandy, if you want people to make a fair wage. I am not against that. However, most restaurants only have a profit margin of about 12%. I was managing partner in restaurants and nightclubs before I joined the Army way back in the day. I grew up in the business, so might be a little bit knowledge wheelhouse for me here, but about 12% is like the worst case scenario profit on a restaurant. It can be 12 to 18% on normal. So coffee break, shout out coffee break. So if you do have a company that has to pay out a $20 an hour minimum wage, and keep in mind, McDonald's are not corporation places. They're not. I know the sign up front says McDonald's and it's corporate owned, but 96% of all McDonald's are franchises. So it's not owned by McDonald's. When you go to your McDonald's, look outside. It says it's owned by some restaurant group, whatever. They're normally that's like your neighbor, man. That's a locally owned business that's paying on top of what it costs to operate a company to put their sign out there and get their goods, get their business model. It's a franchise. So, despite what most people think, most restaurants in America are not corporate owned. They are franchised and locally owned. So, when you got to pay out that money, there's not a lot of profit margin for you to move that to. So, just a little perspective there for you. Uh, Looking here, this is yesterday. This was a big story yesterday, folks. Yesterday we saw this come in. Zillow Group had this massive drop. You can see like went from like 38.50 all the way down to about 34 very quickly, which is pretty fast in the stock world. Just in, jury rules that the National Association of Realtors and other franchisors are guilty of conspiring to inflate commissions. So at a time that you're paying through the teeth for a mortgage rate on top of home prices that just will not come down no matter how much you beat on top of their heads. Yeah, so you've got this National Association of Realtors and other franchisors. These would be like building companies and stuff like that, brokerages, so on and so forth. They're like big neighborhood brokerages. That's what these franchisors are. The ruling awarded $1.8 billion in damages to the victims of the class action lawsuit. Zillow stock, along with many others, real estate stocks fell sharply on this news. So, interestingly enough, this judge that rolled with the jury actually made the call, but the judge was talking that he has the ability to 3x this $1.8 billion ruling. So he could technically make this about $5 billion and hit these guys really hard. Me personally, I think he should, especially if they come back and appeal, because they're talking about appealing this. Look, if you have made it your business to rob people at one of the hardest times in history to buy a home, or at least the recent history, then you absolutely should pay more than $1.8 billion. It's disgusting. So, all right, moving on. Fed, hawkish pause. This is what we were talking about today. Um, Actually, let's jump to the Solana one. Solana price reaches yet another yearly high at $60 within reach. We're going to take a look at that chart here in a moment. I know Tim talked about it this morning. T-Shroom talked about it a little bit. If you guys don't follow them, it's Investing Bros. Link down below in my description. You guys can jump on there and get that information. But I'm pretty sure that most of the people that follow me follow them because you got here from them. So click here for Solana predictions. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to click here for Solana predictions, and I'm going to pull it up. But yeah, $60 is what it hit. Could it be heading up even higher? Could it hit $60? My bad. Sorry. We actually hit currently right now on Solana hit the price about $39, I think almost $40. So yeah, this is very close to hitting that. Now, let's go over and jump here. Fed's hawkish pause. I think that they're going to pause today. I told you guys this. I think Jerome Powell's going to come out, and FOMC and all the Federal Reserve powers that be are going to lay out that this was a is a pause day, which we're even seeing that right here, right now, 99.2% chance of a pause, right? However, I think when he comes out, this right here, to keep the option to hike. Policymakers want to wait and see more data before acting, and I think that what he's going to do is he's going to come out and he's going to do this whole we're pausing, but then he's going to hit us with extremely hawkish language, and he's going to talk about we've got to stay on top of this, and it is very likely that we'll see this or we'll see that, and he's going to hit the market very hard with words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will wreck my account. That is what we're going to see today. So, the Federal Open Market Committee will keep rates unchanged in the 2-day meeting. Yep, we figured that already. Powell has signaled that Fed leaders would prefer to wait to evaluate the impact of past increases on the economy as they near the end of their rate hiking campaign. So it will be kind of a hawkish pause, said Thomas Simon, a senior economist at Jefferies LLC. The economy is doing well and inflation hasn't gotten to the target yet. Here's what the call is right now for the November Bank of America pause, Barclays pause. You can see all of them have called for a pause. The rate decision, where is the piece talking? The FOMC statement. The committee may tweak the language describing the recent economy, reflecting the 4.9% growth. FOMC could also acknowledge recent tightening of financial conditions. In general, the bias is for as little change as possible. But Powell has highlighted elevated geopolitical tensions following the Israeli Hamas war, and the FOMC may discuss whether to include this as a risk in its statement, too. Bottom line, things could get a little bit ugly today with what he says. And if he's saying that, we may see some market prices go down. Where could that be heading? Let's go over and check the charts and see where we got some resistance and some support at. Looking at Bitcoin. I watch too many other YouTubers, evidently. So I told you guys we had the T box here. That's this red box that I've been watching here for a while. On the 4-hour, we just literally tapped the top of it and pulled back. So if you guys had this on your charts, you would have seen this. Shout out to you. That is what we have here. Let's go check the chat before we get in here. We got Cash Cat said, good morning, Piper. Good morning, bro. How you doing, man? Ninja Glocks is in the house here. He said, Elliot Locke said, good morning. Ninja Glock said, Gia S, good morning. And then, who else? We got Justin Eubanks in the house. Glad to have you here, man. Eric Wallace said, McDonald's still hasn't hired anyone or is paying them more. Don't know about that. Ben Red said, do they pay their employees $18 an hour also? I would guess not on the national level, Ben Redden. But that one in Connecticut, who knows? Who knows what they're paying there? I know in California, $20 minimum. Munchie said, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and it's so true. MC is a real estate company more than selling food. McDonald's is they buy good locations, make people buy the franchise, and loan them to the best location. Absolutely, Ben Redden. Brian D. I'm not even going to read that, bro. All right, let's jump back into the charts here. Shout out for you guys being here today. If you guys have hit that like button, I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button, you're behind the power curve. You have been rejected on resistance here, and now we need to pump it back up. So go ahead and hit that like button. All right, so we hit the top of the T box here, which is also in line with that upper trade band. I told you guys, very likely we would be coming up to that. That's that gold band right there. And that is from the the predictive ranges from Chart Prime. So if you had those on your thing, or if you even put on my T box, you would have been looking good there on that. Looking here on the Oscillator Pro, it does look like we're starting to get bearish divergences going on here. Well, we are getting bearish divergences going on there, but it looks like we may be coming up again. This might be one of those times that we start to get those fans, and it just kind of does this all the way over because we are staying above that trend line. So if we do come down today and break because of hawkish info, I'm going to be watching for right here. Let's go ahead and throw a new T-box on. Let's get out our rectangle tool here, and we're just going to run this right to here, down to here. I think that's going to be the first box I'm watching. And then obviously my second box that I'm going to be watching, going to be down here on the 0.66 of my golden pocket, which will be coinciding at the same time with the dynamic reactor right there. And that combined together should give us some decent support. This is what I'm going to be watching today. These two boxes. Let's go ahead and change the color on this one. We'll make this one amber. There we go. And then this one down here, we will keep it green because I think that is going to be a good spot for me to reaccumulate. So I'm definitely going to be looking today if we do get a big sell-off for more DCA into the marketplace, because I am I'm looking to get some more of my altcoins. You guys know I bought like 3 weeks ago on a Friday before the pump. I need more. I need more. So, what's up, Alex O Crypto Otter in the house? Appreciate you being here. He said, "What's good, Piper? Much love, friend. Much love to you, bro. Thanks for stopping by." Indy Rock said, "Love you. I love you too, man." And Eric Wallace said, "I DoorDash McDonald's. It's always understaffed. Not a shocker." All right, so let's get in here. Let's check out ADA yesterday, guys. I told you guys about ADA. We're just going to update from what we looked at yesterday, but then Solana, we'll do a deep dive on it right at the end here. Looking here, I told you guys we had this nice trend line. So if we break this, watch for it to be coming down to the golden pocket. Didn't quite make it down to the golden pocket yet, but we did break beneath it, and now it does look like that golden pocket is going to be the spot to shoot for. Let's go ahead and throw a rectangle on there, and let's drop this right inside my golden pocket there. Let's turn this one red. Come back to me. Come back. There we go. So yeah, there we go. That's that. Broke that trend line. I was telling you guys yesterday that we had printed off the downtrend and that we were looking to becoming we were holding decent because let's see here. Yesterday morning was right here on this candle. So I was like, if we can hold this, we're going to be okay. But it does look like we'll get the ribbon twist and all that, which we did, and down it came. So yeah, guys, this was pretty much noticeable yesterday, and I thought this was what might happen. It just has not quite met its target yet. I still think that will down to that golden pocket there on ADA. So let's go check out Ethereum. Ethereum, same place it was yesterday, still in a sideways mode, staying in between the hot value area high and the value area low here. You guys, from this fixed range volume profile right here, going back just Monday, 23 October, this is a decent little range if you actually look at what it is. You can just range trade Ethereum right now, crabbing sideways. So, Piper, why is Solana rallying? Because Solana had a one deal that they opened up with Amazon, and then there was another thing too. There's an upgrade that I just saw on it. Hold on, let me look here for 1 second. They just did an upgrade too, or they have an upgrade coming out. 1 second. This moment of silence is brought to you by Proctologist of America. People pulling people out of other people. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. There's also an update that's supposed to be coming out. That's people just the sentiments up there on it, and it happens, and things move that way sometimes. So, yeah, that's what you get, man. Red Elephant, and I'm the one delivering the DoorDash. Yes, he is. He's a DoorDasher. Fire dancer. That's it. Thank you. Fire Dancer Beta is what it is called. See, I got smart people, man. I got smart people. Okay, so let's go check out Link. Chainlink, told you guys, had this resistance up here on the 50. As long as we're beneath it, we are bearish. It doesn't mean that it's crashing. It just means that that's heavy resistance, and it's looks like it's coming down. I said, well, here's my red box. It's been there for a while, guys. So watch for that one today. Nothing changed. No change to my Link analysis. Still looks like it's coming down to the red box. Might be looking about $10.40 on that T box. I'm getting some love there. Looking at Cosmos Atom, I said we had a golden pocket here yesterday when we were rejecting. Let's see here. That would have been up here on the 786 when we got rejection. And I said we got a heavy resistance here on the platinum pocket. In order to turn bullish, it would need to break up in here and prove a retest as support. Did not get that. Down currently right now, closing multiple candles in the golden pocket right there on the 618. That is what I'm watching for. If we lose that support, very likely coming down to the 50. Been previous resistance already. So now, why not retest it as support? Also in line with that trend assistant, going to give us confluence. Anytime I can get overlapping indicators in the same price range that I'm seeing for support or resistance, that confluence definitely makes me very happy. And I think that's what I'm going to be watching for here today on Atom, is that 50 cent mark right there, that 50% right there with that trend assistant. So shout out to that setup there on a long side. Um, well, Brian D, what did Brian D say? Where's it at? Where's Brian D's comment? I'll read his comment. Fine. Um, I can't find it now. Did he take it off? Maybe he took it off. It's okay. My bad. My bad. You're right. Hold me to it. Hold me to it. Okay, let's take a look at. Hold on before we get there. Let's take a look here, guys. I told you on Caspa that we were hitting this support range down here on the golden pocket that it had held for us numerous times here. We are now back up into an order block here. Be watching for that 887 there as a resistance rejections point. It has been the previous point of rejection twice now. There we go. Twice now, and now we're going to be heading back down. This this has been a really good range of pickup. Has been that top and that bottom right there in the golden pocket. So continuing on with that on Caspa. And was there anything else? Let me look through here. We talked about Matic yesterday, right? But I don't think I put anything on the charts. XRP. Did we talk about XRP yesterday? I don't know if we did or not. No, let's do Solana. Okay. Here we go. Solana, folks. Solana. So yesterday would have been, well, Monday morning, we were on that trade band. And I said likely we were coming down. Did not happen. Did not happen. I said if we can get above, though, if you guys remember, I said if we can get above this trade band, that would be very bullish because it would be likely heading up to the upper trade band. There's your upper trade band, your lower trade band, your delta median right there in the middle. Typically, we trade between the two gold bands on the predictive ranges here from Chart Prime's predictive range indicator. And I said that would be about a $48.50 run. It definitely looks like that's where we're going here. Let's check it out on the daily and check it out on the weekly, and then we'll see what we have. Looking at Solana on the daily here, daily is still looking bullish. We just flipped the green ribbon on the Oscillator Pro here, and that green ribbon, even though it's up high and almost into the bear zone, we've got the twist. It can come all the way back up in here, and then this can come in, hit that delta, kind of cool off a little bit and chill. What I want to see is, because we just broke the 1-to-1 on my Fibonacci's, let's go do some new fibs on here so that we can stay up on our most recent here. So let's go up to the top. There we go. And let's go grab, I think, let me see here. I think therefore I am. Nope, that is not going to be enough, I don't think. I think we're going to have to go up here. We're going to go here. We're going to bring this to the bottom. Okay, yeah, that plays out. That checks out, yo. Because you can see right now, we're sitting at that 236 right now. That is our resistance currently, and might be what we have to deal with for contention and resistance there. Now let's go check out the oscillators, because I do want to see the weekly, and we'll see how we're looking there. But $90, $90, I would say, look, check it out. Here's what I think. I think that if the sentiment stays strong and the people keep pushing into Solana, We will see our first major rejection at $75.79. That is going to be the 50% Fibonacci there, and that's where I'm going to be watching for that first major one. Of course, something I do want to point out is that we are above the 50-day moving average here. That's that green sloping line right there coming down. It is starting to curve back up. You can see we rejected on it there, and it took us a while to get through this. We had a closure and then an opening above it, and then it took off, right? What I do want to point out, though, is that we do have the 100-day moving average coming in at about 52.63. So let's go ahead and throw some boxes on here. I'm going to go ahead and throw our T-box here. We're going to bring it right above that upper trade band, because I told you how the trade bands like to trade. So we're going to go there with the bottom being on that lower trade band of the predictive ranges. And then the top is going to be up here at the 100-day moving average. So that's where we're going to put that at. And then I think that we're going to put another one up here on the 50% Fibonacci. So there's my two boxes there. Solana is not above the FTX dumping level. Well, let's go back and take a look and see. That would be not there. Let me go see. When was that? I can always see it on the Bitcoin chart. It's really easy. Daily FTX. Was it August 2022? I think it was. August 2022? I believe so. So that would be Solana. Let's go check that. August 2022. November. Yeah, we're not there yet. Actually, look, check it out. Interesting. That's going to be coming in right on that lower trade band and that box. So again, major resistance right here at that $48 range, because it's going to be right in line. Let's just go ahead and put a line here. There you go. It's going to be right in line with that previous resistance. That's what we dropped at when we had the FTX drop, and then that's going to be right in line there. Also, with the upper trade band, there's your lower trade band, median. Come on now, draw. Lower trade band here, median, upper trade band there. So yeah, that perfect. Good call. Yeah, so that's what I'm watching for on Solana today, guys. But hey, look, bottom line is we are going to see, I think we're going to see a lot of volatility today. I do believe that we're going to see a pause, and that's going to get people bullish, but that's already baked in. So don't be the guy that does that. Then we're going to hear hawkishness come out of his mouth, and I think he's going to come out and he's going to start talking about, higher for longer, and we're going to, there is very likely going to be other rate hikes down the road. Hopefully we don't have to do it, blah, 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 blah. But if that's the case, then we're going to, because 2% is still our goal, and that stuff is going to start hurting people. So, yeah, I've been talking about CAS for a while, Elliot, because I used to do TA for Archie all the time. So yeah, Caspa looks like a solid project, in my opinion, not financial advice. So, guys, I appreciate you joining me here today. If it's your first time here, hit that notification, subscribe, so that you can get notified and know when I'm going live. Also, if you have been here the whole time with me and you have not hit the like button yet, shame, hit that like button. And we will continue to bring you guys knowledge on a daily basis, looking at the economy, looking at what's going on in the charts, looking at what's going on in the fundamentals, because technical analysis is important, but fundamental analysis has a vote in that price action also. So we're going to stay plugged into both of them so that we can have knowledge. Why? Because knowledge is profit. I'll catch you guys right here tomorrow on Piper Academy. Later on today, be careful, not going live for the FOMC. Discover Crypto is going to be doing that, and so Tim is not available and T-Shroom's not available, and I don't want to do it by myself, so be careful today, but make sure you're plugged in. Listen for that hawkish tone coming out of his mouth, and protect your assets. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Trade safe, stay primed. Knowledge is profit.
That was awesome, dude!